What up, guys? Welcome to 21metrics podcast. As usual, we'll be covering Bitcoin markets, macro, and everything relevant that has been going on this week. On YouTube, we are actually getting more followers, and it's good to see our videos trending. So that's a very good signal for the podcast and for Bitcoin also and cryptocurrencies. Next week, we'll be having our quant Juhani joining the podcast, and also Kvarns Martin will be attending the podcast next week. More guests coming soon. But first, don't forget to check our partner Sideshift.ai. I'll add the link to the show notes. But yeah, let's go into the Bitcoin market. So Bitcoin is now trading at 111 USD. That is an all-time high. So we are at all-time high levels. Congrats to all believers and investors who have been holding it. Myself, I bought my first batch in 2016, so quite a while ago. It's great to see Bitcoin succeeding and rising well above 100k. And I think it's still not like done yet. So spot price still has a lot of room to grow, but when looking at this chart, we can see here that whales are buying. Retail is not like quite awake yet, but we are seeing like big buyers being active. I think what will happen is that first, we are going to see like whale level accumulation, and then likely later we're going to see like retail joining in. So this is like the classical setup. And Bitcoin broke this resistance at 110k, and now we're above that. So I think it could really go a lot higher. And as like Andreas Steno Larsen said, that the current like positive sentiment could go until August by him. So he said that because of the weak dollar supporting Bitcoin. Usually when USD is weak, it makes Bitcoin stronger, and vice versa. So he said that when USD gets weaker, it's supporting Bitcoin at the same time. That makes sense. And when looking at funding rates, they're positive again. So like in April, we had negative funding rates for a while, and that means that a lot of people are shorting Bitcoin. But now the bears are gone, and nobody wants to short Bitcoin. It seems so. Funding rate positive, and that also like kind of like carries the spot price. Positive funding rate usually means that we might go higher from here. And this like the US the rest reserve ratio, interesting chart by CryptoQuant. So this means that the current rally is like institutional. Institutions in US are buying Bitcoin, and retail hasn't even like joined yet. I think retail might join when we are seeing more growth in like altcoins. So that's usually the when it happens. But we are seeing like of course, like Michael Saylor's MSTR started this like Bitcoin company thing back in 2020 when he announced this like Bitcoin strategy. He was like the first, but now we're seeing a lot of new companies joining in, like the 21 Capital, which is a new one, and they want to challenge MSTR. And then we are seeing like this Japanese Metaplanet, which has been hugely successful. So a lot of like institutions are following Michael Saylor's playbook here. So that's what's up. But yeah, about macro, actually, like this chart shows how businesses and like funds are buying Bitcoin, and we are also seeing some profit taking from likely older Bitcoiners, and this makes sense that like Bitcoins are changing hands from like older investors to businesses who want to accumulate Bitcoin. Now that we are at new all-time highs, it's also a good spot for like older investors to take profits. That makes sense. And market is very liquid. So like USDT or Tether supply on centralized exchanges is very high. It's around 47 billion USD. So we have a lot of liquidity. And I just wrote about it on CryptoQuant that when looking at centralized exchanges, Binance is still very dominant. So while Binance has faced a lot of new competition, is still very dominant in the CEX field, and its market share is between like 30 to 40%. It was a lot higher before, especially after the FTX collapsed, but it's still like 30-40%. And when like assessing Bitcoin's future, I like to watch this like power law model. And so the Bitcoin right now being at 111 K, it's now a bit above the like power law fit, which is around 97K. So it's like somewhat above that, but still like pretty close to the like fair price of power law. And that's like this also means that Bitcoin is like fairly priced. You could say that like it's not like in a bubble in any way. So the spot could really rise to like 150 or even like 200K in this cycle, and it wouldn't still be like that much above the parallel fit. So in the last cycles, like 21, for example, we had this like double top market and or structure, and then it then spot went well beyond the parallel fit. But right now we are still like basically at parallel fit. So Bitcoin is fairly priced, I would say, fair price. And so like if you look at Bitcoin from like a broader perspective, I would say that Bitcoin follows this like quantile model in a way that when the asset class matters, I think when like Bitcoin is still going up for sure, but like I think we are maybe not going to see like 2017 style like parabolic rises, but still like I believe that Bitcoin will eventually reach like market cap parity with gold. So Bitcoin is this digital gold, a new gold of the internet age, and then we have this old gold, and which has also been performing well this year due to like risk levels rising, but I really believe that Bitcoin will catch gold's market cap, so Bitcoin will reach market cap parity with gold eventually, and that doesn't mean like Bitcoin being around 10x from the current levels. So we would have like 1 million USD, 1 million euro euros per Bitcoin. So that's like a reasonable target. But yeah, that's plausible. But yeah, that's about it. Let's talk more next time, and don't forget to check our partner Quarnax. See you next week.